Sup Shredders, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands and welcome to SP Reviews, where today we have ourselves a track from an act named Shelby Lentz titled Doing Fine. And if we switch over to here, we have the track on the screen in front of us today with Shelby on the cover of the single art here. This is my first impressions with Shelby, so it'll be good to hear more about what she's all about. We're going to listen through this track from start to finish. I should note that this is actually released on October the 14th if I'm not mistaken. So it's a little bit out from when I'm reviewing it, so it's kind of nice to get to hear it in advance. I'm going to listen through it from start to finish. I'm going to hear what we think. Let's go. Nice and loud, I dig it. Good, good, good. Oh. Okay, we're straight with those guitars, the drums, the bass, and the vocals. Nice clarity to the mix.
Just look at me now.
It's pretty good, actually.
I haven't never felt or looked better with us not together. Baby, it's been the best thing ever.
Okay, now seriously, she's got some vocal pipes. Of course she's got vocal pipes. She's got some pipes on her. I'm loving that technique there. It's a really competent vocal performance, and it's just a little bit of texture and coloration and sassiness on top of everything else going on with the power chords and all that. Oh, okay. Nice leveling of those drums as well. Okay, great choice there. I was kind of wondering, oh, we're extending the chorus now. But we had the harmonies coming later on, so it was absolutely fine. It elevated a little bit, you know? Nice lead line here. Great shift from the other voice. Right back into that second verse. No filler, man. Oh.
Just couldn't do until I realized life's better without you. Days go faster, I've never been happier. I'm doing fine without you.
The limiting compression on this track is very, very tight. I like the way we're going between these sections. Part of me is like, could you have put like a little sub drop or something at the start of these for a little bit of extra gravity coming in? But at the same time, I like the seamless transition. It's a kind of an unusual thing, you know? Really delicate side chaining of those kicks as well. Good job.
I'm alright, I'm just fine. I'm just fine.
Good extra development here. Because I don't mind going back into a lead voicing if we're going to do a little bit extra with it the second time. Great. Great. Great, great, great. Alright. A little bit of a refrain here. Cool, cool. The tracking of those guitars, the texture is so thick and full, man. Her voice is just sitting on top really nicely. The kick and the bass there. I can hear these sub-layer leads on the sides as well, and arpeggio going on there.
I'm alright.
Yep, succinct and now.
I know you thought I'd never get over you, but just look at me now.
Damn! Because this is the conclusion of my review of Shelby Lentz's Doing Fine. It's a strong track. It's a strong track. You know, we start off with the story about someone. Typically, the communication we have is that we miss that person and we need them back or something. But Shelby has realized that actually she doesn't really need the other person back, and that they're doing back better without him. You know, you looked at the different angles of approaching that. I appreciate that change in direction of the authenticity. It's a smart move. It's a smart move. So the story is refreshing. I'm sure a lot of people will be able to sort of vibe with this and sort of hopefully gain some inspiration and not settle for less, right? The vocals, the singing. Great technique, comfortable within a vocal range. Shelby got a lot of power behind her voice well. Nice little bit of ornamentation with the vibratos and legato passages there, though, you know, a little bit of some trills occasionally. You know, we had a similar perceived loudness, I think, in part due to the studio side of things. But we displayed a little bit of a delicate nature there, and the way that we sung did match what we were talking about in the lyrics. So that was good. We had a connection there. The structure of the track, you know, with you know, we had like the verse and then the choruses and the little interlude and the solo sections, you know, they were distinct. You know, we worked with a familiar traditional key signature with those power chords and bass lines and such. You know, we had 16th, 8th chord note fills there with those 8th grooves on the drums. And the lead guitar was either doing its own sort of original voicing or was arpeggiating a little bit of mid-high resonance within those chorus sections. I think that's all you really need from a track like this. It was nice to have that slower outro as well, where things wound down with her sort of like, look at me now, you know, like look at what I managed to accomplish. I think that's a beautiful way to finish a track. I'm really pleased with it. You know, Shelby's sorted. Like, honestly, I think if she continues to make music like this, she's got herself a chance. It's just finding the right people, getting the right gigs. You know what I mean? The actual instrumental performances on the guitar, bass, and drums, they sounded like they were played by people, session musicians, or like Shelby. I'm not sure. I have questions. I'm not sure who did what on the album. I know Shelby was singing. But either way, dude, doesn't matter. Whoever played those parts nailed them. And it's dope. It's really cool. Really happy with it. Nothing but love for the chemistry between the members of the band there. It sounded like it were recorded in the same room. And, you know, it was just a really professional sounding track. In fact, the studio production, recording, mixing, mastering was utterly exceptional. You know, it's like little kind of anal pedantic things that subjectively I'd maybe want to add like a little bit of like maybe an extra crash or a kick at some of those halfway point sections of the chorus there, just to kind of have a little bit more kind of, but I'm being picky. I'm being pedantic and I'm being picky. I utterly enjoyed the smoothness of it. And there was dynamic range there. You know, we did come down sometimes, less energy, even if things felt very well balanced. The EQing, the stereo panning of the instruments and the filtering and the frequency spectrum was great. Everything had a home and it stayed there and it was glued nicely. Limiting compression was absolutely fine, nice and loud without peaking. Honestly, no, what can I say? I mean, this is a great effort by Shelby Lentz with Doing Fine, and that's effectively my review of it. Hopefully you enjoyed this track. If you enjoyed listening to Doing Fine, please do go show Shelby Lentz some love via their various social medias. I'll put links here for all their stuff, and stay cool and stay safe, and please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on. And I will catch you in the next review. Spiderhands out.